there, I'm Becky. I'm a storyteller and a musician, and I work a lot with young children, and I wanted to come and see you guys today to talk about ways of making stories musical in your own house. I'm going to tell you today one of my favourite stories, the story of a cow and a young boy called Jack. Now, Jack sold his cow in exchange for some magic beans. And I wonder if you know what happened to those beans. We're going to use this story to go round my house with some help from my daughters Matilda.
Hello.
And Martha.
Hello.
And see if we can sing, dance, make and play together using this story. But of course, you could use this for any story that you like. So our story begins once upon a time, a long time ago, in the days when, well, animals could talk and toys could walk. Jack and his mother lived on a farm. So maybe we should go to that farm, or wherever your story, your favourite story starts. Let's go and play and make that setting. And in the setting where a story starts, let's think about the creatures we might meet, the things we might see, and what everyone might be doing. So, this is the farm where we think Jack, and Tina the tiny cow live. It's pretty great, isn't it? It's got lots and lots of different animals on it. So I thought we should sing a song about what all these animals might do on the farm. And you could use this song whatever the setting of your story is. I've got some wooden spoons to help you with this song. The girls, what have you got there? Can you show everyone what you've got? I've got some rhythm sticks. They're a bit more professional than me. And we're going to get the beat together. So maybe you can find some spoons or some sticks at home, and we'll get the beat together. So let's all play it together, girls. Great work. And the song goes like this. What shall we do on a lazy day? A lazy day, a lazy day. Oh, what shall we do on a lazy day? All day long. Now, if we were on this farm, I wonder what we shall do on a lazy day. Have you got an animal there, Martha? Ah, what's that?
A horse.
A horse. And what does the horse do on a lazy day all day long, do you think? Neigh. So shall we gallop with our sticks? We'll gallop and neigh. Are we ready? Ready, we'll gallop and neigh on a lazy day. A lazy day, a lazy day. Oh, we'll gallop and neigh on a lazy day. All day long. And stop. Children, have you got any animals from this farm? What's that?
A dolphin.
A dolphin? What does the dolphin do on a lazy day, do you think?
Jump in the way.
We'll jump, and we can use our wooden spoons to be jumping dolphins. Okay. We'll jump and splash on a lazy day. A lazy day. Whoops! A lazy day. We'll jump and splash on a lazy day. All day long. Any other animals? Martha, have you got another animal we could be? An elephant! And what does the elephant do on a lazy day? What has the elephant got a very long one of? A very long... Could we make our wooden sticks into long tracks? And should we...
Mine's so big.
Yours is really big. Let's do that like Martha. We will raise our trunks on a lazy day. A lazy day. A lazy day. We'll raise our trunks on a lazy day. All day long.
Looks like a Pinocchio.
But times on Jack's farm, well, they were tough. The sun, it didn't shine, and the rain, well, it didn't fall. And none of the crops growing in the fields grew. And the animals and the people were all hungry. Jack, said his mum. Yes, Mum? Jack, you need to go to market and sell that cow. Tina, the tiny cow, was Jack's most favourite animal on the whole farm. He loved Tina. very much. But he knew his mum was right. They needed money and they needed food. So Jack took Tina and off they travelled to market. Now in most stories, we end up travelling somewhere, going on an adventure. How do you think that Jack might have travelled to the market with his cow? Did he go through a forest or up a mountain and down a mountain, going on a sledge or skating across an icy lake? Well, I like to think that he might have travelled down a river, rowing his boat. So we've had some fun today, making our own river. We've made some boats and a submarine out of boxes, and we have been rowing our boats and singing and making up our own words as we've gone down, down, down the river. So come join us and maybe you can think about how you might go to market. Is it a train? A rocket ship? Or are you going to sail with us? So to get to market, I think they needed to go across a river. So we've built a sort of river in our garden, and here's Jack. And here's Cow, there's Tina, and they're in their boat about to row across. However, I'm not sure, we don't only have to go in a boat. My Matilda has built a submarine. And maybe you're travelling in a completely different vehicle. Is there something you could make or play with? And can you find a song to describe how you would travel to market? Well, all that travelling made our friend Jack very tired. And he thought, you know what, I'm not going to go all the way to market today. I'm going to enjoy a nice rest here on the banks of my river. And so that's what he did. He cuddled up to his cow and together they slept under the starry skies. But as they slept, someone magical crept. And Jack suddenly woke up with that feeling he was being looked at, and he looked. And there, standing next to him, was a magical lady. A woman with silver hair that tickled her toes and eyes that flashed purple and gold. And she said, Jack, how do you know my name? Don't worry about that. I would like to buy your cow. Great, said Jack. She costs lots and lots and lots of money. I don't have any money, Jack. But I do have magic beans. Follow these beans and all your dreams will come true. Brilliant, said Jack. Magic beans, my mum will be so pleased. So he sold the cow, took the beans, went back home, and his mum, she was not pleased at all. There is no such thing as magic, Jack. And she took the beans and she threw them out of the window in a very bad mood indeed. So will you join me in throwing our imaginary beans right out of the window? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Whee! Splosh. And there they fell into a puddle. And Jack and his mum went to bed cross and hungry. Now I won't say this too loudly, but every now and then mums do get it wrong. And when Jack's mum said, there's no such thing as magic, well, she wasn't quite right. Did you hear that magical sound just now? That was the sound the beans made. As they rested in the puddle, they began to shimmer and glow and sparkle, and the most amazing sounds were made. Can you find some magical sounds in your home? We made some magical sounds using old milk bottles, which we filled up with water to different levels. And then by tapping on them, we've made different sounds. Why not have a go at that? Or can you find any other magical sounds in your house? Maybe using instruments, or maybe just using things you found. Have a go. Have some fun, and let's see if we can make those beanstalks grow. And maybe you could even have a go at making a beanstalk. Here's a few we've been doing with us and some of our friends. They're great, aren't they? And when Jack woke up and he saw that beanstalk, well, he remembered what the magical lady had said. Follow those beans and your dreams will come true? And there's only one way to follow that bean. It's to follow the beanstalk going up, 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 up. So Jack, well, he started to climb the beanstalk. Why not have a bit of a climbing dance? Put on your favourite music and have a dance around your kitchen or your living room and pretend you're climbing up that beanstalk. Of course. Do you remember who lives at the top of the beanstalk? Uh-oh. A giant. A stumpy, mean giant. With gold underneath his pillow. So when Jack reached the top of the beanstalk, he heard a noise. A snoring, rumbling noise. And he tiptoed over to the giant to find an enormous room. A head as big as my room here. Nostrils you could hide a baby in. And a sleeping giant with gold underneath his pillow. So I wonder if we could, for our last bit of music making today, see if we can go to our kitchen and find some pots and pans and anything else that might make a noise, and see if we can do some tiptoeing, quiet sounds for Jack tiptoeing up, and some great big loud fee, fi, fo, fum giant noises. I'll see you in the kitchen and let's see what we can come up with. We emptied our cupboard and explored the sounds we made by hitting things, scraping things, we tried shaking and tapping. And then I asked the girls to see if they could make 2 different pieces. One, a quiet piece for Jack, tiptoeing up to the giant. And then a noisy fee, fi, fo, fum giant piece. And with a scramble, Jack heard the giant coming stomping after him, like those loud sounds we just made. And Jack was quick. Down, 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 down the beanstalk he ran, faster than that giant, holding the gold underneath his armpit. And when he reached the bottom of the beanstalk, who should be standing there but his mum? His mum ready with a great big axe to chop, chop, chop the beanstalk down, which fell like this. Should we do it together? We'll be tall and thin, like a long thin pencil or a tall beanstalk. And it went crash. And so Jack was safe, and the giant, well, he was stuck up there in a cloud. And I don't know if you've ever heard him rumbling up there and grumbling up there. They might tell you it's thunder, but I'm pretty certain it's that grumpy old giant. But don't worry, he can't ever come down. There's no beanstalk for him to climb down. So Jack and his mum lived, of course, happily ever after. So I hope you've had a bit of fun making some music to go with this story. And of course, you could do this for any of your favourite stories. You can work out where it starts and where it finishes. Do they travel? What sounds do the people and beasts in the story make? Have some fun experimenting. And as for me, as that story sails and drifts away, there's just one thing left for me to say, which is, of course, goodbye. And see you all, I really hope, another day. So I wonder if we could finish with a wave of our hands, and if you could join me in my ukulele. To sing, sing, sing goodbye. Sing goodbye to us. Sing, sing, sing goodbye. Sing goodbye to